How many of you have used a 28-day program before you came here? 3? Okay, awesome. Okay. What do you think the biggest difference related to the Potter's House as to a 28-day program? Not really the time, but what would you say is more of a difference that you've noticed in being here?
It's not, it doesn't make you feel like you're being institutionalized.
Okay.
So that's a big thing with me. You don't feel as much as, I don't know, you just don't feel like you're in jail.
Okay.
You know.
There's a little bit more freedom.
It's not as judgmental.
Not as judgmental, that's very good.
Plus it's based on Christian.
Christian
Yes.
faith-based?
Yeah, Christian
Okay.
faith-based.
About how many people do you guys can stay here? About how many can the program?
I mean, like 12 in here and 3 in there, right?
There's four rooms down there. But they normally like to keep the group smaller for the quality instead of.
Okay. And that's a big thing as well, because I know at McLeod, like, they can hold, I think, sometimes up to like 40, 45 people. So if you do keep it small, the quality is definitely going to be there. That's a good point.
It's more personal.
More personal. What advice would you want healthcare professionals to know about caring for clients with substance abuse? Talk about some of the situations you've been in, if you want to.
To more or less have compassion for us. I mean, we didn't want to be addicts growing up,
Right.
but life happens. Just to have compassion and to know that we are struggling. We're not just out there getting high for fun. I mean, at first it is, and then it turns into you have to have it to get by in a normal life.
I think that, when you see someone come in who is an addict and they're struggling, whether through withdrawals or whatever the case may be, that, to take that as an opportunity to help someone and to change their life. I know whenever I went to the hospital my very first time, it was an option for me. I was thinking, okay, they're just going to give me like Valiums or something, for the symptoms and send me home. And that was initially what was in my mind that I wanted. And, just them taking their time out, to suggest, hey, we can get you help. Let's get you to talk to somebody, to a crisis, and just see. And I was like, no, and just them, after they left the room, it just, was playing in my mind, maybe this could be, maybe this is what I'm supposed to, do, and maybe I do want out of this, and I can get out of it now. I feel like, it kind of opened the door for me, and, I wouldn't be here today and clean and sober if it wasn't for that one person taking 5 extra minutes out of, their day, just to be like, hey, I can actually help you instead of send you on your way.
I think that's very good. Anybody else?
I know that as a needle user, that going into a hospital, they automatically judge you because of the track marks.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they can be nasty or rude or rough.
Yeah.
And it's just, we already hate ourselves at that point, and for somebody to look at us and make us feel even worse about what we've been doing,
That doesn't need to exist.
no, it really doesn't.
Because you're already taking the big step of initiating, I need help,
Yeah.
and what you get slapped down that way or mistreated,
Yeah.
it's just not fair.
No.
And if you feel like there's something you want to share and you don't really want to voice it, you can definitely write it down on that paper with your people.